We should make a remake of Rocksteady by the Whispers.
Oh, say less. I got you, Pops.
All right, let's get started. I just wanted to start with the drums first, just to kind of get the foundation going. Both of the drum sounds I actually got from Splice, and I wanted them to have a little more power, so I added the drum rack to it just to give it a little more oomph. Increased the drive a little bit. Also, I noticed on the original there was some reverb, so I added some stock hybrid reverb to it, just to make it pop a little more, and then added some Valhalla reverb as well. Set the mix to about 7, and a pretty fast decay since it's drums. Think it's time to get a little hi-hat going. I kind of like performing hi-hats on the push just because you have the note repeat and you can really get that velocity moving, making it sound more natural. And of course later on you can nudge it if you need to adjust it just a little bit if the timing's off. Now let's get to the claps. I went ahead and put the clap on its own track just so I could be able to spread it out amongst the keyboard and play it in different pitches. What I love about 80s music is it had a lot of rhythm to it, and there was always some consistent percussion going on. For the most part, that's pretty much all the drums that are on the song, and of course in the verses it's a little bit different, but again, for the most part, that's all it plays. Now let's get to the fun stuff. We're gonna get that bass on there. I kind of got lucky and found a bass that was really similar to it in Ableton stock called Big Bumble Bass. They always say the secret to a good bass is to make it simple and memorable. I definitely liked the texture and tone, but thought it needed a little more power to it, so added R bass. Now we're talking. Just adjust the intensity, put it in a frequency that you want, and you're moving. I also noticed in the original it had a little bit of real bass in it, and it would just play these 3 notes just as points of emphasis for the existing bass. And my favorite realistic sounding bass is Rickenbacker from Native Instruments. We're in the zone now. I added an auto filter to it just to cut off some of that high end. I wanted a little bit to go through, but wanted to cut a little bit of it as well. That's the spot. I noticed there was this like impact sound that was in the beginning of every bar. So I found this one shot on Splice and just pitched it. It's just that traditional orchestra hit. You usually hear it in like boy band groups, especially in like the 80s and 90s. Added some reverb to it. Adjusted the mix to about 18. Set the decay to about 2. Just to kind of make it sit in the back a little. Let's get the synths going. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I struggled playing the little 2-chord synth part. Had to break it down. Sometimes you got to do that. It's okay. Not everybody's mic ding, you know. Nothing that a little post-quantizing and editing can't fix. That's more like it. I wanted to have space for the low end, the drums and bass. So use FabFilter Q4, my favorite EQ, and just cut some of the low end. Also added some Valhalla to it, my favorite reverb, and set the mix to about 16, pretty fast decay. I couldn't find the exact synths that they used for the song, so I just layered 3 different ones that all came from Ableton. And just blended them, processed them all the same, just to make it a bit fuller. Put the FabFilter, cut off that low end on them as well. Together, they sound pretty decent. There's this really cool piano that goes in and out. With the piano on a song, it plays that, and then it also plays some chords, and I just played them separately. We got the broken part, now time for the chords. I don't know if it's just me or that piano brings life into it. What we'll do is I'll just cut off some of that low end a little bit. Just to leave room for the other instruments. You can never have too much reverb too, right? Well, you can, but you know. There's this string part that plays something similar to it. And it has this tremolo effect going on. And this was in Native Instruments Session Strings 2. Thumbs up if you like the swinging sticks. As my dad says, we are cooking with grease. What I really appreciate about older music and 80s music is they could do more with less. Like less amount of tracks, but more actual arranging. And I know there are more elements that go in and out through the verses. I just wanted to get the hook going for you guys. So let's just summarize all the parts. Got the kick and snare. Hi-hat going. Nudged it a little bit too. The clap. That freaky bass. That realistic bass. That classic hit sound. Orchestra hit. Sense. If you guys know what synth they actually use in the song, please leave a comment and let me know. Just took that, layered it, added 2 more to it. Get that piano going. wardellwilson.com. Thank you guys for watching. Till next time, peace.